Day. In 2015, the Leader of the House came to us and he had a convivial discussion with us about what should happen. And we went away from that meeting with the understanding that the Leader of the House was working with the Chair of the Procedure Committee to ensure that no motion would come forward unless it was at an appropriate time. I would say, Mr. Speaker, that the last gasp of this Parliament is not the time to make this sort of decision, and I hope members of Parliament recognise that.
Sir Gerald Howard.
Stand firm.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not opposed in principle to the idea of a secret ballot, and I very much regret that this debate has become centred upon you personally. I have to say I did not vote for you. You and I have crossed swords many times over a wide range of issues. But I would like to put on the record that you have shown me and many of my colleagues on all sides of the House a most courteous approach and most courteous attitude, and I very much appreciate that. But you are not, of course, without your faults. However, but who is? But I say to my right honourable friend, whom I also revere as well, that I feel very uncomfortable about the procedure which has been adopted by the government, allowing only an hour's debate. I think this is unfortunate on a House of Commons matter, but I cannot vote with the opposition because they have, unlike my honourable friends and right honourable friends, they have shown a monolithic partisan approach to this issue, which has demeaned them, and I'm afraid done no credit to the House either.
Make it clear.
Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, Mr. Jesse Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. May I express my sadness and regret that you have not seen fit to call any other speeches in support of the motion.
If the honourable gentleman's complaint is that there is inadequate time for honourable and right honourable members to be called in this debate, let me say with a clarity that is beyond peradventure, I would be happy to sit here all day and all night for honourable members. The honourable gentleman is a constitutionalist, and I think he prides himself on understanding Parliament. The motion has been tabled by the government, and the time for it determined by the government. I think that's clear. Make it clear. Time's up. A point of order, Mr. Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Mr. Speaker, as there's such widespread demand for increasing the time available, would it be permissible to suggest under Standing Order 24 we have an emergency debate on this subject?
Order. The answer to that, I fear, so far as the honourable gentleman is concerned, is that the government tabled a motion earlier in the week which removed any possibility of SA24 debates today. So the answer is that there can't be such a debate, but that is the reason why. Nothing to do with the decision of the chair, but a judgment that the government has made. I must now put the motion. The question, The question is the motion on deadline for the tabling, we deal with things sequentially. The question is the motion on deadline for the tabling of amendments, new clauses or schedules, as on the order paper. As many as that opinion say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Order. Under the order of today, I must now put the questions on the motions relating to procedure of the House. Motion on pay for Petitions Committee Chair. The Minister or Government Whip to move formally. The Leader of the House to move formally. Thank you. The question is the motion on pay for Petitions Committee Chair. As many as other opinions say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. We come now to motion on elections for positions in the House. Minister to move formally. The Leader of the House to move formally. The question is the motion on elections for positions in the House. As many as are of that opinion say aye. Aye. Of the contrary, no.